All right, so what we're gonna do today is change the spark plugs on our Lamborghini here, our ForTwo Passion. And what we're gonna use are the NGK Iradian, let me come in here and get you a shot, Iradian IXs. And that'll ensure no misfires, no problems. They're about $9 a plug. We've been using those in pretty much everything with no issue at all. So it is what it is. Let's get started. Okay, here we are in the back of Smart Car. It's a little cramped back here. What we're gonna do, we've already done, is take a 10 mil wrench. You take each one of the bolts out of the coil packs. And luckily, somebody's been in here, so these weren't super tight. A ratchet wrench will not fit. You could also use, get this out without dropping it. You could also use a 10 mil on a 1/4 inch drive ratchet, and that will get on every one of them too. This is a 10 deep. The rest of them, we got them broken loose. We'll turn those out like so. Let's get the very last one. A lot of guys are saying you gotta take this hose off. That hose is not gonna come off easy at this mileage in this car, so we're gonna try not to take that off. That's a secondary air injection pump. All three of them's out. Let's go and pick it up a little bit. We're gonna push the latch down. And pull the plug off of that. Swivel it. And we got a little bit of oil, a little bit of moisture / oil in that one. It doesn't smell bad. I didn't taste it, but you can see how much smaller these coil packs are than your average car. They're a lot shorter. And that's the problem. It looks like they changed the valve cover on this car. You got to take the engine down or semi out. I'm not sure. We don't have to do that today, so that's always a good sign. A little bit of moisture in there also. Number 3. Number 3. You can almost get that out of there. Don't have to even unplug him. Put a little bit of oil on him too. Let's get our 5/8 down here. This barely fits in there. I'm very curious to see what kind of shape these are in. It might be new, but we probably know better. Question is, are they Bosch? Are they NGK? Are they Autolite? Here they are. Got some oil down in there from the valve cover. Oh, they're actually the right plugs. These are NGK Iradian. And we have the Iradium IXs. So we have a little better upgrade. Or these might be the same ones. Yeah, these are the IXs, same ones we got here. So how old are these? We got a fair amount of wear on top. I don't know if you can see that or not. Does that even focus? Will that even focus? A little bit of wear on top, so they have a little bit of age on them. We'll go ahead and change them while we're here because, I mean, why wouldn't you? But they're not that old. Well, they are a little bit. They were a little bit crooked. They're melted a little bit crooked. That makes the gap go wider on them, and that'll cause problems down the road. And this one's really straight and really nice. So, okay. Drop this one in. All right, so it's dropped the new plug in there. I have to get a new spark plug socket. This one has a magnetic piece in the bottom and it comes out. So it works fine for taking plugs out. Does not work at all putting it back in, because when you lift the socket off of it, it'll leave that metal ring on the plug, right? That's no good. I'm really shocked, to be totally honest with you, that that this thing actually had new plugs in it, because nothing else has been done except for maybe the belts. But that also tells me that more than likely somebody had a problem and they had to replace them. There it is. Okay, now tighten it till it stops on the washer right there. A smidge bit more. That's it. If you go any further in that, you're doing yourself harm. Tighter is not better on spark plugs. All right, we'll time lapse it. We got 2 more plugs to do, and we're done. Now that one's actually kind of lean. Guys, you can see here, this one's actually a little bit on the lean side. Interesting. A very little bit of wear on the left side on the top. I'm not a real big fan of the oil on top of the plugs either. All right, so that all went pretty smooth. It's kind of a weird spot. It's hard to get the camera in there. My hand's in front of it when you're trying to see a little bit, but we got her done. So everything should be good. Let's take a second here and start it up and make sure there's no misfires, no codes. There's nothing weird going on. Actually sounds really good. So we'll do that. Like I said, we have a bunch of smoke in here. I guess the smoke's on cold start, huh? Like the fog machine. Also, when we took the plugs out, some of that oil dripped around the cylinder. That's probably what it was, because it didn't do that before, I don't think. Anyhow, we got an engine mount to do. We got all the other parts coming in. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have the Febby Bilstein engine mount. Looks like this, real easy. This isn't enough to do a whole video on. We figured piggyback it on this. Then all we're gonna need is an 18 mil wrench, and we have to have a 6-point socket, because these are like an E-Torx bolt. It's like huge. So a 14 6-point. I don't have any 6-point sockets in the 1/2-inch drive, so we adapted down to 3/8. We're gonna take this and this. We're gonna go in here and zip this thing right out. And let's see here. We've already WD-40'd them. Take that right off. Go up here. that one right off. And that's really it. Not very difficult. A lot of you guys are like, oh yeah, you gotta lift. I could do it that easy too if I had a lift. Well, we do have a lift. I don't know what else to say. All right. So that side's got a welded nut. We're gonna pull this. And you can see it's just totally broken. All right. No worky. So we'll toss that to the side and grab this one. We're gonna go right back in with it. That was this one. There it is. Not real difficult at all. And this thing, we kept having a rattling. I'll come out here so you can see it. Like you put this thing in drive, or it'd be sitting there on an angle and it would rattle. And we thought it was exhaust, but when we got it up, banging on the pipes, everything was tight. But that's what it is. That lets the engine travel past whatever it should. And that's what the problem is. This is actually the factory mount. It says smart on it. Wasn't so smart now, was it? That's gonna be it, guys. That's a spark plug video and the engine mount change video. Stay tuned, there'll be more to come.